Pooja, we're hearing that Kejriwal will be kept in jail number 2. There are details also that we know already of where Sanjay Singh, where Manish Sisodia, where Satyendra, Jain, where Kavitha are currently lodged. Are they all going to be in the same barrack? Will he have access to any of these leaders? Have you been able to pick up anything on that?
I'm told there's definitely a certain distance between these cells inside the Tihar prison, but it's not that easy that is going to be for them to meet each other, because it is a high security prison for one, plus they are high security prisoners by themselves. And because remember, it's under CCTV surveillance, Arvind Kejriwal's jail number 2, if that is going to be the one where he will be lodged, will be under 24/7 CCTV surveillance. Remember earlier when Satyendra Jain had reported a huge controversy that there was a certain treatment that he was not being given, but then another showdown had happened when he was getting a massage, fruits, the CCTV footage that had leaked out. So everything will have to be taken into consideration. Arvind Kejriwal knows 15 days means what? He may have some time to perhaps catch up on his reading, or at least that's the messaging he's given. Akshita, choosing a book and requesting for a Mahabharat, Bhagavad Gita specifically, to say the fight for dharma, then Ramayana, the righteousness of Lord Ram, and a book that states how the Prime Minister decides. Each of this is symbolism. Remember, Arvind Kejriwal is not here to catch up on reading of just any kind. It's symbolism and messaging which is very political, to send out that he's fighting the good fight and he will continue to do so. So interesting books that have been chosen, but remember he has medical issues as well. He does suffer from diabetes, so he may be allowed to carry some medicines as well, but for now en route. Now yes, like you rightly mentioned, it takes about 40-45 minutes from central Delhi toward Tihar Prison in the national capital. But because this is going to be a smooth traffic movement, it could be in few minutes now that Arvind Kejriwal will arrive here. He tried his best to not get arrested. He kept saying that this is deliberate political vendetta against him. That's what his claim was. He said he has done nothing wrong, his party has done nothing wrong, while the Enforcement Directorate maintained they have solid evidence to prove that the money came through Hawala channels toward a liquor policy and then went allegedly for the Goa election campaign. While they will have to prove it, is evidence piling up against Arvind Kejriwal. But if I know him, Akshita, correctly, and because I was a young reporter, one of my big first beat issues was the Aam Aadmi Party. I've seen them grow since day one. And I can tell you, Arvind Kejriwal is not someone who picks up. He will change the strategy. He will reach out to the people. He's already put his wife in the forefront. Sunita Kejriwal was never a speaker. Not politically, not emotionally, but she was seen with Arvind Kejriwal always. Today, Sunita Kejriwal has been pushed in the forefront, not twice, not thrice, but more than that. From a public conference to public briefings, then at the rally with India Bloc leaders saying he's a lion. Arvind Kejriwal is a lion who's fighting a fight. Support him. He's done so much for you. She's the emotional, sympathetic card of a family member of a wife who's seen it all. And then there's Atishi and Saurabh Bhardwaj. But the fact is, without Arvind Kejriwal, Aam Aadmi Party will have a lot of issues. He may not have a portfolio in Delhi government, but he's held the maximum power. So as we continue to look at these visuals of the Delhi police pilot vehicles, Arvind Kejriwal currently is going to be Tihar's prisoner. Remains to be seen, will he be allowed to meet Manish Sisodia and other leaders. But today I can tell you the 1st of April will be a day that both the Aam Aadmi Party, the Delhi voters will be watching very carefully.
You know, the Aam Aadmi Party right now is putting up a brave face, but they no doubt realize the impact that of him being sent to Tihar jail really has on the party, primarily because communication with Arvind Kejriwal is going to become that much more challenging now that he is officially behind bars, now that he is in Tihar jail. Shreya Chatterjee is joining us also live with more details on this. Shreya, just explain to us, to our viewers, what the difference is between an ED custody and a Tihar jail with regards to the provisions for Arvind Kejriwal, with regards to the facilities that he has with him when he was in ED custody versus now in Tihar jail.
Akshita, you know, ED custody is police custody. It means that Arvind Kejriwal's custody for that specific duration was with the Enforcement Directorate. He was spending the nights in the lockup within the Enforcement Directorate, and the entire security and the remaining protocol was being followed by the agency. Now that he is going to judicial custody, he will be going and be staying in the custody of Tihar jail. So everything that will be happening will be as per the jail manual, and the rules and regulations will be that as as per that of the Delhi prisons. I'm standing right now outside jail number 4. Arvind Kejriwal in all likelihood will be moving inside Tihar jail from gate number 3 or gate number 4, because as per our sources, he will be kept in jail number 2. It is a heavy security prison. He will we will definitely see a heightened security given he will be brought inside Tihar jail. But apart from that, every single thing will be followed by the protocol of the jail manual that is for all prisoners. A normal day in Tihar jail for a prisoner begins at 6:30 and it ends by 8 when they're again brought back inside their prisons. 4 p.m. and again morning 11 is the only 2 times when they're allowed to meet people, say if they have to be taken to court or if there's a legal meeting. So these are roughly what transpires inside jail. So today when Arvind Kejriwal goes inside, he will have to be following the same as per the jail manual of the Tihar jail.
You know, the biggest difference that they're going to find, and this is with regards to the whole jail se Sarkar narrative that the Aam Aadmi Party has been pushing out, Arvind Kejriwal will not be allowed visitors daily. Twice a week, if I'm not wrong, is all that he will be allowed now in Tihar jail. So that's a huge challenge, really. And to send across a message that, look, I'm going to continue governing Delhi from behind bars will become that much more challenging.